BMRForum.com and BMRodds.com, boys. Happy 4th of July weekend, as always, each and every week. We're going to start off with a reload. Reload, how you doing today, and what do you got planned for the 4th?
Doing well here today. Not too much planned for the weekend. I was hoping to maybe do a trip down to Monmouth Park or something, but the racing card looks pretty terrible. No stakes races at all. I kind of wish I was up at Saratoga instead. And that's yeah, Sammy. If I was you, I'd be heading up there.
I'm
Uh,
going tomorrow.
that's
Nice.
that's the plan, man. That would be my plan too. Hit Saratoga and have some. They're doing $1 hot dogs there too. I heard, which sounds kind
Oh,
of
I can't beat that.
and free sunglasses they're giving out.
Wow.
You'll have to get a pair of those, Sammy, and put them on next week. They look pretty sharp. So that's the July 4th I wish I could have, but instead I'll be just probably just working on sports betting stuff and taking it easy.
Nice. Donnie, how you doing this afternoon, and what do you got going on the 4th?
Doing good. Can't wait. 4th of July cookouts. You know what that is. Get near a pool, have a couple cocktails, maybe
Yep.
have a couple cigars. That's the way it goes down. You watch a little hot dog eating competition in the morning, then everybody comes over and tries to do their own hot dog competition in the afternoon. I love the 4th of July because I love the grill. I love Major League Baseball. It's the perfect holiday it is.
Yes, it is for sure. And last but not least, let's go over to the man who knows a lot about putting wieners down his throat, Mr. Sanford George.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reload took away all my plans for tomorrow. He named it all. I'm going up to the track tomorrow, day off. So hitting up the track, I'll be there for probably 5-6 hours, watch at least 8 or 9 races, and then come
Nice.
home. Already got some glizzies. I'm going up with a couple friends, and
Sweet.
yeah, then I do work Saturday and Sunday. We're doing a car show at our dealership we've hosted for the last 4 or 5 years. It's a huge event, and it's a great turnout, but we do have to work on Sunday. But get tomorrow off, so I'll go up to the track and dollar glizzies. Depending on how many people are there, potentially get the free sunglasses, and I'll definitely be posting tomorrow, making some videos, making some pics.
All righty, awesome. Reload, how far away are you from Monmouth?
I'm about an hour away here,
About an
and
hour away.
give or take with the traffic.
Well, the
And,
reason I bring it, the reason I bring it up is Saturday night I'll be flying into Philadelphia. Going to spend the week with my parents back in New Jersey. Maybe make a trip up to Monmouth. I'll let you know.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think the weather's going to hold up, so be nice to make a trip if you can, or maybe at least hang out in Atlantic City too.
Well, that Atlantic City's a shithole, but compared to Vegas, anyway. Hey, let's get
Bougie
back on the.
Vegas.
What was that, Sam?
Said bougie Vegas.
Yep.
Getting back on the hot dog conversation, hot dogs are one of the worst things you could put in your mouth. And Sam, I know it's apparently you shove a lot of them in there, but let's talk a little hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut, minus 1,600 to win the whole thing.
Back
What do you
in
think?
it.
Yeah, great value. I'm going to go all in for $160 to win $1. Great value. It's a lock. It's the only time that I can really feel confident getting that W. Sometimes after taking all those L's, you have to take that W. And Bobby, you're going to take that D. And get with that too. But really, the value's on the under. I don't think he's going to be getting 72 or 73 hot dogs. I think it's around 71 and a half, 72 and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say 71 and a half right now.
The under is the way to go. There's really no one challenging him. So the only one is him challenging himself. Maybe because he missed last year, he wants to come back and try and set a record, but no reason to think that he does. I think the under is the best way to go. Obviously, there's no value at minus 1,600 in any way, shape, or form.
No way. Donnie, over to you. Your thoughts on the hot dog eating contest?
Yeah, he's probably gonna run away with it. But how about this? Like I had yesterday on one of my shows, I had Patrick Bertoletti, who won last year's hot dog competition, and he said live on air, "Don't bet on me. Like nobody's beating Joey Chestnut, so take that for what you will." But he did give a little bit of key information, and the information was, if you look last year, I think he had like 58 or so hot dogs to win the competition. He said his only goal in this competition is just to try to get a personal best, which means Chestnut's going to blow him away. But his personal best, if it is 58 hot dogs, his number is 54 and a half to eat. So if he's just saying, you know what, I'm going to make sure I pace myself to get my personal best and not beat Joey Chestnut, maybe it's worth a flyer there on his over 54 and a half hot dogs.
All right, and Reload, last but not least, your thoughts on the hot dog eating contest. And then not to mention, we got the women's side of things as well.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's fun watching the women's side. That's usually a little more competitive. But Joey Chestnut, great having him back. Boy, that one he did last year on Labor Day with Kabashi, that was a real a phony scam, I think, compared to the real Nathan's one. So it'd be good to have him back in the spotlight. I'm glad they worked it out. I think it was just silly that he was tied up in that other contract with the what was it, like a veggie meatless hot dog company or something.
Yep.
And to have him back. I think he runs away with it. I think he is going to try to go for a big number there.
All righty, thank you. Reload. Sammy, let's go over to you. I don't know if you guys noticed on the forum, Chai Archie, famous poster, been around many years across the street, and now here posted a video of a really, really young me. I want to say this was 2011, 2012, maybe. This is even before I moved to Vegas. But Sammy, let's bring this up here and let's watch this for a second.
I mean, first off, before you even play the video, just pause it right there. Just pause it from the beginning.
Svelte.
No, just scroll back to from the first off. Look at that posture.
Yeah, that stance. He's got like the Oscar Gamble stance there or something.
That is a degenerate gambler stance of pure desperation. And also, Bobby, the figure. Can you do that right now?
Oh God! I mean, probably not. Probably not.
Need a little more room. I think.
Current Bobby ate younger Bobby. It looks like. All right, but let's
very
go
much
to the video.
Very much younger Bobby.
Bobby is playing video poker. Bobby, video poker.
No facial hair.
I know, amazing.
Look at that. Stack them up.
How much you up?
Are you even old enough to gamble here?
It doesn't look like it, does it?
Where did you say your credits?
It was crazy. I think I put in $20. It was back in the day. I didn't know what the hell I was probably doing. I just amazing.
Open for
that's slots. You can just press a button.
Well, I mean, this is video poker. It's a little more complicated than that, Sam. If you're not holding the right cards, you're throwing your money down the toilet.
Bobby, are you on fire right now?
Was this back when you were working at Golden Nugget, Bobby?
What was that, Reload?
Was this back when you were working at Golden Nugget for a while?
No, I think this was actually before I got started working at the Golden Nugget. I want to say this was like 2011, 2010, 2011. I want to say it was, I know I came out with Zeta for the Bash, and I want to say that was 2011, I want to say.
Yeah, that was the one that was at the
I'm battling this bug right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Sam?
I'm battling this fucking fly. I'm going to get it.
He's saying things.
Donnie, did you head out to any bashes?
I've been to Costa Rica a couple times, the football conference, which I think was in 16 or 17, and then Vegas, which was at the Golden Nugget across the street, I think I want to say 18. That was the last one I think that they had across the street too. So it was a good time, man. We all enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah,
I missed the 2018 one. I had that one, but I went to the 4 bashes before that. So I had 4 in a row going, and then I missed that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you've been to any of them as far as I know.
Nope.
We're going to get one here at PMR. Jeannie, the powers that be. I mean, I think it's time.
Costa Rica.
I think it's time. I definitely think it's time. It would be a lot of fun. That's for damn sure. But Sammy, let's jump over to you. Let's talk some MLB. I know a lot of games underway already, but what do you got so far today, and how you doing?
Well, the Yankees do play today on this Thursday.
Gosh.
It is a bounce back game from yesterday's, 21 rout of a crazy game. I mean, it was 7-0 in the bottom of the first. I turned it off for natural, purpose. And then, of course, they started coming back, turn it back on, turn it back off, turn it back on. And then, then Toronto ends up winning it. But, Yankees bounce back at a small price. And, again, every time we talk about them on the show, they seem to win. So take that. And, again, at a nice small price. And then I also like San Fran, a small price over Arizona. And then the Cubbies at home, -140 against Cleveland.
7-0 on Thursday, Sam. 7-0 the Yankees are on Thursdays.
Just saying.
Donnie, let's jump over to you. MLB on deck. What do you got?
Yeah, take a look. 2 games tonight, one at 7:10. I like the Milwaukee-New York Mets game. It's Quintana, the lefty, which has a high xFIP number, but he's just one of those slippery junk ball pitchers that always gets away with it. And David Peterson has been pretty good this year as a lefty. Both of these teams aren't necessarily fantastic at the plate versus lefties, so I see those 8.5s that are popping out there. I don't think we get the 9 runs tonight between Milwaukee and the Mets. I'll take the under there. And I'm with Sammy. San Francisco, Robbie Ray's been decent this year. Brandon Pfaadt has been atrocious this year. It's a short price on a road favorite on San Francisco. I like the bats in both of the spots, so it might go over, but I do think San Francisco is the better team just because I think Brandon Pfaadt's a terrible pitcher right now.
All right, thank you. And reload, last but not least, MLB, what do you got?
Yeah, well, we're back to our old routine here. I'm gonna have to go against Sammy, and I'm taking the Blue Jays tonight, plus 115. You know, it's not like me to take the team that's on the winning streak, but boy, they've been really doing a number on the Yankees up there in Toronto this week. And it's the finale. You know, I think you're seeing a lot of Yankees money chasing this finale, trying to end with the win. I think it's a nice price with the Blue Jays at plus 115, 120. And the other thing about the Yankees is it's kind of an odd spot. They have to finish the series on a night game. They got to go back to New York tomorrow to start the Subway Series with the Mets at Citi Field in the afternoon at 3. So that doesn't seem like the best chain of events for them. I think they just end with a loss here and kind of mail it in.
All righty, thank you, reload. Sammy, let's jump over to you. Let's talk some Wimbledon action. How's the tennis threat looking, and what do you got today?
Yeah, tennis has been going crazy this week. In round 1, it was the most ranked opponents that were lost in the first round ever. So it was the most upsets ever. The most seeds got knocked out. There's only number 1 in women left. Number 2 through 5 is already eliminated. And then you still got Iga there at number 7 overall. And she might be setting up with a quarterfinal against Rybakina. And then on the men's side, you still got Sinner, Alcaraz, and Djokovic still there. And then Draper got knocked out, which was a big upset. He's world number 4. And then the Brit hometown hero right now, but he got eliminated in upset. So yeah, it's pretty good right now. But the Wimbledon for me, I'm 24-17, up 5 units. So decent with all these upsets that are going on. But it's been really exciting. The stupid curfew rule was in effect. Shelton had 1 serve to go, and they stopped the match. So he's got to come back tomorrow to play for like 2 minutes and then have the day off before his next round. So the curfew rule stinks for being so proper. But overall, it's great tennis going on.
All righty, Sammy. And what's the record so far in Wimbledon?
And Wimbledon 24-17. Just for Wimbledon.
Very nice, very nice. Reload, let's jump over to you. Let's talk some WSOP. You know, there's 100 WSOP events. I know there was some controversy with a bracelet. What do you got on it?
Yeah, a lot going on with the WSOP. There have been a few controversies already, but the biggest one was this bracelet event in the Millionaire Maker a few days ago. So the deal with that event, the Millionaire Maker to start with, is the top 2 finishers are guaranteed at least $1 million. That's the idea of it. So the payout is kind of top heavy to start with, where the top 2 get $1 million each, and then it goes kind of way down from there. It drops a lot. Right. So on top of that, though, with this event, one of the guys in the final 2, he was going to get an extra $1 million paid by the WPT, the World Poker Tour, which had some kind of special promotion that he won a ticket for. And the deal was if you had one of those tickets and you went on to win a bracelet event, one of the specific events that they had indicated, then you would also get $1 million from them. So it was in his best interest to win the event, even though he had only about 10% of the chips compared to the other guy. Actually, it was even less at one point. It was like I believe a 15 or 16 to 1 chip count in favor of the other guy. And you could tell by the hands they were playing and the reads and the bluffs and the betting that he was getting dumped chips. He was getting dumped chips from the other guy so that he could win the event and probably split the extra $1 million bonus from WPT. Now, of course, they both denied any wrongdoing. But, Of course. But there was action taken against them. They withheld the bracelet. They didn't give him the bracelet for the win. They will not list a first place finisher for the event. And word on the street is that both of them have been banned by the WSOP and Caesars going forward, lifetime. So that was really quite a story. And some of the big poker pros out there, a lot of people taking different sides of it. I think the WSOP got the right call there. I think it was pretty obvious by the betting what was happening. There are all kinds of highlights you can go back and look at. And they took action. I think they took the right action. I'm sure they may fight the lifetime ban and see if they can have that lifted. But
right,
there are rules about this kind of thing. The feeling was if they didn't do some kind of ban or sanction against them, that they would, they could be in trouble with Nevada Gaming and everybody else. So I think they might have even got off a little easy, to be honest.
All righty, Reload. Thank you. Donnie, let me jump over to you. Let's talk about this big, beautiful bill. Basically, the way I understand it is now you can only deduct 90% of your winnings to 90% of your losses. I mean, who came up with this idea and what's going on here?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And sometimes we always just equate it back to the people making the laws don't actually understand the laws that they're really making. You've seen it time and time again. Like just a case like the state of New Jersey. You can't bet on a team at Rutgers because somehow I'm an hour away and I can influence those kids. But I can go a half hour to a Temple basketball game, which is closer than Rutgers, and I have no problem influencing that game. It doesn't make any sense there. But getting back to the big, beautiful bill where this doesn't make any sense, this is going to flatline online gaming legally in the United States. Poker players, we'll leave that aside because that's a thing as well. Because here's the issue that comes into play. If you like slots, if you like online blackjack, even if you like gambling, and you might sound like, wow, who would really gamble $100,000? Trust me, if you play slots, poker, gambling, whatever it is online, it's easy in one calendar year, let alone one calendar month, to rack up $100,000 in play. So if you say, okay, I didn't make any money, 100 grand and 100 grand, which is the thing that's going around. Imagine you paying taxes on something that you didn't even realize as a gain, and they take money away. So if this starts in 2026, I don't know anybody in their right mind that is going to gamble online, figure like, oh, well, I win $75,000 every year, and I'm going to have to pay taxes anyway. No, like you can break even or lose money and owe money. No, thank you to that. This could flatline the entire industry, and rightfully so.
Exactly. Sammy, let's jump over to you. Your thoughts on this? I mean, it sounds horrible all the way around.
Yeah, I don't really fully understand it. And I guess wait for it to actually be implicated. And really, for me, I mean, I don't think it's going to affect me. I don't think I'm that big time enough or bet enough money. And if it does, I probably just wouldn't pay it. I think I still owe taxes from like 22 or 23. So whatever. Fuck the,
Sam, the interest rate on those are horrible, bud.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Fuck the government. They don't pay their shit either. So,
Dude,
I believe their money, they're all paid, whatever.
I believe they could garnish your wages there, sir.
They do every once in a while. Don't worry, they get theirs eventually.
Reload. Let's jump over to you. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, I think if you read, it's kind of one of these things, the words of the law and the spirit of the law. What are they trying to really do here with this law and trying to make this change? I don't know. If you read by the actual words and everything, it really does sound out of whack to me. It almost feels, I posted on the forum the other day that it feels like it's almost like a leisure tax against gamblers, saying that, well, if you have the money to gamble, well, even if you lose some, we're going to tax some of your loss. So it doesn't make any sense to me. And Donnie made a good point about the numbers you could run up online. Your eyes would fall out. Your eyes would fall out at the numbers I've had, in some of the months I played, let alone a year.
Yeah.
Talking, millions. It goes into millions.
It's easy to do.
Easy.
It's easy to do.
When you look at, most of the sites will have ways you can look up your stats, like the whole
year to date, or month or year, lifetime.
Bet going in and bet going out. It's like, so I think there's going to have to be a way around it somehow. I can't see, like, I wouldn't even bother filing any of it if it comes down to it.
Yeah, just come
I'm
find.
just going to forget. I'm just going to take my chances and not even file it. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, like in my case, I go to the casino, I hit hand pays. They're giving me, W2G right away. They're filing that with the government, and so I'm like, I basically gotta file those, right?
Well, yeah, you really should. I mean, but you can rack up losses against it and show, well,
True.
I had losses against it, and that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Like even people at the racetracks, in a lot of states, if you hit above, what is it, over like 600 on something at a racetrack, and that adds up too. Like if all you do is play trifectas,
It's ridiculous.
all these
Oh,
It's
W2s,
ridiculous.
there's one guy on Twitter on X. He calls himself W2 Jesus. I think if you follow that guy, because yeah, you get so many W2s on the hand pays that it does add up a lot. I've had years where they've added up, and I just take a look at it and like, wow, how did all this happen, right? But I just have to hope that there's some kind of way around it, or I think they just haven't gotten it right here.
Yeah, once their tax dollars reload, like stop on that, because like gamblers will stop doing that. Like even you got like a leisure tax. Imagine like, hey, played some slots, lost a little bit at the end of the day. Go, oh, by the way, you owe an extra $4,000. You'd be like, you've got to be. I didn't even win money, and I owe money. They would just it'd be out of your mind. You might as well smoke 10 packs of cigarettes a day. You'd be more healthy at that point, man. It's crazy.
And not to mention, they should really up. I mean, they've been talking about it for a while now. It's never went anywhere. They should up that $1,200 limit.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's the whole.
it should
What a
be
joke.
at least like $5,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a real jackpot. Yes,
Yep.
I mean,
please.
1,200. It's so easy to hit that
Exactly.
and still be a loser for the day.
Yeah. 100%. I've been there before. But on that note, guys, you have a wonderful holiday weekend out there on the forum. Stay safe, especially with all the fireworks. Don't do nothing crazy. Enjoy all the games, win some bets, and we will see you guys on the forum.